sun we're planting dreams, digging deep in earth's rich seams, in the laughing, sharing joy, in the feel-good garden of sweet glory. Nature's love we intertwine, with every seed the world's divine. Feel the rhythm, let it grow, in the feel-good garden let love flow. With every flower, every fruit, happiness we take root. Oh,
I've got a new toy. Thought I'd treat myself to one of these. It works a treat. Save me bending down with my leaf grabbers. Hey, this is good, isn't it? I can even get it off the grass, look. Woo! Well, I tell you what, this is saving my back. And I've only got to bend down with my leaf grabbers now to pick it up. I got a nice pile. I got a nice pile there already. Right, and I've only done a little section. I got the whole road. I got the whole road to go. Oh gosh, I love this time of year. Mind, we had in our compost heap, not our compost, our leaf mold pile next to the compost heap. It was right to the top, and do you know what? We got about this much left now. I'll show you later. The leaf mold was right at the top, and now it's shrunk right down to there. Right, I think I'll pick this lot up and then I'll move further down. We don't have many cars coming up this road, so don't worry about the pollution in the leaves. It's fine, honest. I haven't even got to bend down to pick up the leaves because I got this bag from Aldi's and it was cheap. And it's got a bit of a lip on it and you just sort of rake it into the bag. Good. Nearly full already. I'm at home in our front garden, and along here, all along here, is some rose hedging. It's Rosa rugosa, and they smell absolutely gorgeous when they're in flower. We've got one flower remaining over there, looking a bit worse for wear. It's our last one, but it still smells gorgeous. Anyway, we've got some gorgeous rosehips on here, and Doug's going to be making some homemade wine. So I said I would harvest some for him. So if you're making homemade wine or jams or jellies or anything from rosehips, then pick them when they're ripe, preferably on a dry day. It's a bit damp and overcast today, but it doesn't matter. I think he's going to be doing it today. So pick them when they're nice and ripe, and not when they've gone over, such as these ones around the corner. They're a bit shriveled up and some of them have got a bit manky, you know. And also you don't want to pick them when they're not ripe enough. So I'm going to be leaving those on the rose bushes to ripen. And once all the rose hips are done, then I'll chop it back and prune it, and it'll shoot up some new growth next year and have some new branches on the old growth. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So I've got a pair of scissors here. There are a few here and there that are a bit overripe, so I just want the ones that are ripe. And once I pick them, I'll let Doug clean them up and do the rest. He needs about 1 kilo of rose hips, so I'll just pick as many ripe ones as I can, because I need to head off down the allotment soon. So I'll just pick enough for him to make some wine, and then if he needs any more, he can pick them himself. Ooh, they're lovely and soft. I believe you can eat them. You can eat them raw, and I've never tried them. So, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I don't eat the fairy bits, though. Just eat the fleshy bits on the outside. So the drain's washed them. Should be okay. Oh, it's full of pips inside. I don't want to eat those, but I am going to try a bit of the fleshy bit. See what it tastes like. I've never tried it before. Ooh, that's quite nice. I think I might pick a few extra and eat them later on. Oh, that is nice, to be fair. Do you know what? This is the first year. We've had them in our front garden for a number of years now. And this is the first year we've picked any of the rose hips. Normally we just leave them for the birds, you know. I'll certainly be harvesting them in the future. There's loads. Doug bought himself a new recipe book. And we both had recipe books in the past, you know, but we've mislaid them somewhere along the line. So he's bought a new one, so he'll be following a recipe. But I believe you've got to take all the seeds out in the middle. Otherwise it can be bitter. You know, there's still got to be plenty left on here for the birds. Because there's quite a few in there already. Whoops. So anyway, I'll carry on harvesting these. I picked quite a few already. Just noticed a bad one there. There we are. I picked quite a few already. So I'll carry on picking these now. And I'll see you back down the allotment.
Just cruising down the path, sun shining bright. Allotment's calling me, feels so right. With my spade and seeds, ready for the day. Neighbors wave hello, we're on our way. Coffee in hand, laughs fill the air. Growing together, nothing can compare. Planting seeds of joy in the warm sunlight. Allotment living.
Look at this cauliflower I've grown. I grew it from seed. It's massive. I did notice it the other day, but it wasn't as big as this. It's grown quite quick. It's great. And look, we've got a broccoli by there. And look at the difference in the size. Now that cauliflower was, I planted on April the 2nd, sowed the seeds April the 2nd, and it's called Organic Skywalker. It's an F1 variety. And what a beauty, eh? I'm glad I put the label in there so I knew which one it was. I think I'll be growing that one again. So now to harvest it. And I think I'll take the broccoli as well. In fact, I'll do the broccoli first. Well, that was easy enough. And let's try the collie now. Oh, I could do with a saw. Oh, there we are. There we are. There it is. What a beauty, isn't it? There. And my broccoli. I've got the table and chairs out ready for a cuppa. Because I've already seen Danny. He'll be popping over later. But before he comes, I need to get some jobs done. Because once he comes having a cuppa, that's it. Game over. We talk for ages. Anyway, this is a right mess down here. And it's all jobs that need doing. And I need to sort out because we got hardly any room to sit in and have our cuppa. So anyway, I've got geraniums to overwinter. I've got the perennial cornflowers that I dug up in my last video. Still haven't planted those. So they need to be planted or potted up. They need to be done. There's some plants I bought from Melbourne. They're still in pots. So they need to go in. In fact, some of them are starting to die back. And so I think what I'll do, I'll chop those down. I think they're perennials. And I'll pop them over there in my flower bed. And oh, I got this beautiful, we went to the Lost Gardens of Heligan. Oh, let me show you a little bit of that. I took some photos and I think I took some film. Anyway, I'll pop a little bit in. It was a lovely place. It's in Cornwall. It's near St Austell. And if ever you get a chance to go there, go there. We're going to go again next year, but probably in the summertime. It was nice this time of year, but I can imagine it's absolutely beautiful in the summer. And two plants, come away with two plants. This one here, which is an anemone. This is a perennial, so it'll come back every year. And also this one here. And it's a rudbeckia. So I might need to overwinter that actually, because I did have a rudbeckia here last year and it didn't last. So I may take that one home and pop it in the conservatory. So it's not bad as it is. Yeah, in fact, I think I'll put it over by there to remind me to take it home. Anyway, let me show you this anemone. It's gorgeous. In the flower on that, gorgeous. I love it. It's really pretty. And there's some little ones coming down the bottom there. And this is the rudbeckia. That's nice. But the thing is, it's starting to die off already. So, which is why I want to take it home. If you can see, look, there's a lot of leaves dying off at the bottom there. So I will take that home. I don't want to lose that one.
So the seeds are let them thrive. Feel the magic come alive. In every row, in every hue, reggae vibes, our love is true. Weeding out the worries, letting nature flow, attracting bees, watch the garden grow. Vegetables and fruits, fresh from the earth, planting with purpose, goodness and mirth. Pollinators, dancing in every flower. Life unfolds, it's nature's power. Sow the seeds and let them thrive. Feel the magic come alive. In every row, in every hue, reggae vibes, our love is true. Weeding out the worries, letting nature flow, attracting bees, watch the garden grow. Vegetables and fruits, fresh from the earth, planting with purpose, goodness and mirth. Falling together, watch us bloom. In this garden, there's always room.
There's quite a lot of soil on these, so they're quite heavy. So I'm going to pop them in the wheelbarrow to wheel them to where I want them to go. I'm also going to take these geraniums and the fushia to pot them. I'll pop them in the polytunnel. It's all in the same direction, so I thought I'd do it all in one go. Let's get these plants in. I'll feel as if I've achieved something then, because some days I come down here, sit down here with Danny, get chatting, don't realise the time, and nothing, nothing ever gets done. All I do some days is come down and sit and drink coffee with Danny. Never mind, we have a lovely chat anyway. And it's always nice to have a catch up with friends, isn't it? There we are. Oh, there we are. That makes light work of it.
In the morning light, I wake up slow with petals bright, putting on a show, a symphony of colors beneath the sun's glow. In my garden of dreams, that's where I go. Whispers of nature call me to play. In this magical place, I drift away. Oh, my garden where joy does reside. In every petal, my heart opens wide. With the sun above and the earth as my guide. In my garden of dreams, there's nothing to hide. Butterflies flutter, dancing on the breeze. Bees buzz around, tending to the trees. Each flower bloomed brings me to my
So that's the perennial cornflowers planted in, along with the garlic chives that I planted the other week. Now the perennial cornflowers will give us flowers springtime, late spring, going through the summer, and that then will attract pollinators to the beans, the flowers on the beans, and help produce beans for us. Then these garlic chives, they flower, they finish flowering now. In fact, they're in seed now. So they start flowering, I would say late summer, going into the autumn, and they're quite tall and they look quite pretty. So I may put some extra flowers there as well. We'll see how it goes. These perennial cornflowers, they'll bush out and they look fabulous. So can't wait to see those in the springtime. Doug is extending these here. I think we're planning on doing runner French beans here next year, but we will be doing a bit of trenching and putting loads of organic matter in there, you know, vegetable scraps and whatnot, and add some manure as well. So he's thinking about extending these out to just by there, and as you might have seen a couple of videos ago, I did the pathway through there. I think these are going to be a bit narrower, so it'll be a lot easier to get in and out to pick out beans. There's a few left on here now, but hardly anything at all. I can just see a few in there now. The ones round there, we've got some Greek gigantes, so I've let those fill out in their pods so I can pick them later. And whatever's left of the runner beans round there, they got a bit tough now, so we'll keep the seeds off those. This bunting, it did look pretty when I put it up there. It was greens and yellows and butterflies and sunflower pictures on there. But as you can see, they faded now and they're looking quite tatty. In fact, it looks like a load of rags hanging up, doesn't it? So I'm going to be taking those down, and I'll either see if I might be able to dye them, but they'll all end up one colour. Maybe yellow, or green is not going to look very bright, is it? Maybe yellow, we'll see. What do you think? What colour should I do them? Pop it in the comments. I might give that a go actually. I might take that down and give it a go and buy a dye and have a go at dyeing them and putting them back up, because I do like them up, but they do look like a load of rags at the moment, don't they? Well, we've had loads of rain today. It's dry now and the sun's come out. It's lovely. So I thought, before heading down to the allotment, I'd come and collect some more leaves before the leaf thieves come round. Well, they're not really leaf thieves. It's the council. They're just kind of keeping things tidy. So I'm helping them out a bit and doing a nice leaf mould pile at the same time. This bag really saves my back. It's great. The leaves are quite wet after all that rain, but at least they're not blowing all over the place, are they, you know? And a little bit of wet won't hurt them when you're making a leaf mould pile. I got this rake off Amazon and it's really good. I'll put a link in the description. And it's telescopic, so the handle folds down, and you can also have it as wide or as narrow as you like. Pop these in the car now.
In the shed, I pop the seeds, getting ready for the sun indeed. Soon the spark, oh what a sight! Colors blooming, a pure delight. We're so in love, we're so in dreams. In this garden, nothing's as it seems. So the seeds and let them thrive. Feel the magic come alive. In every row, in every hue, reggae vibes, our love is true.
I thought I'd stop for a tea break, and I've just started on the section over by there, and I thought I had my microphone switched on, and I've been talking to you, and I didn't. I had the receiver in my phone, but not the microphone wasn't switched on. So anyway, I'll talk now while I'm having my cuppa, and I got a bit of lemon drizzle cake. It's really nice. It's a new one from Aldi's if you're interested. Lemon drizzle. Anyway, let me show you what I've just started. Now, the framework I thought gave a bit of structure to the plot, but Doug never really liked it. So it's gone all brittle now and falling apart. So I thought I'd take it down and redo the bed. There's perennial sweet peas in there. I'm going to dig those up. The nasturtiums can go on the compost heap. Then the sweetcorn needs to come out. There's some strawberries that have planted themselves, and there's also some leeks that have seeded themselves. So I'm going to take the leeks out, and I'll replant those somewhere else. Oh, there's walking onions as well. The walking onions, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the walking onions, to be honest. They're not as big as I thought they'd grow, and Doug tried some the other day and they were quite soft, so I thought, well, I need to pull all those up. But I thought they were quite clever, because when they grow, they, instead of putting up a seed head, they send up what they call a scape, I think. And that has little onion heads on the top. That then gets heavy and weighs down. And that's why they call them walking onions, because that'll sort of seed itself somewhere else then. You know, it'll grow roots, bend over with little onions, they grow roots, and then the onions start growing from there. It's quite clever. And but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with those or not. I haven't decided yet. So I'm going to pull all those up anyway. In fact, as I sit here, I've already pulled them up. And anyway, I'm having a tea break and then I'm going to get back to work.
In the morning light, I step outside. With my seeds and dreams, I take a ride. The garden centers call with colors so bright. Every little bloom brings pure delight. Digging in the earth, my worries fade away. Happy flower gardener, living in the sun. In my little paradise, the laughter has begun. Bringing home the magic, one plant at a time. In this garden of dreams, my heart finds the rhyme. From daisies to roses, I gather my flair. Shrubs in the corner I plant with care. Underneath the sun, my heart starts to sing nature's symphony. Oh, what joy it brings.
Well, while I was sat having a cup of tea, I had a brainwave. You know, when you're sat quiet on your own. And I thought, well, there's no rush to dig the leeks out today or the strawberries. So I'm going to leave those for another day. What I've decided to do, although I might leave the bark for another day as well, but instead of zigzagging to get through the pathway from the one plot to the other, I've decided from the pathway between our plot and Cheryl's plot, I've decided to extend the pathway so that it comes along the bed. So the bed will be split into two beds, and then we can come from there right through onto plot 2. And we've got 2 separate beds then. So one bed is enough for the kale. So that's what I'll do today. So I've already spaced out the kale, and kale you need to plant about 12 to 18 inches apart. So at about, well, round about that anyway. And I've staggered them where I can. I've also put the hoops there ready to put some netting on. So I've got the netting behind me there ready to go on. So I'll get planting. It's nice to have something growing over winter, isn't it? Now, our plot neighbour Cheryl, she's very kind. Everybody's kind. And she gave us these kale plants. And it's not something I normally buy. But I thought, well, we'll give it a go. Greens are good for you. So we'll try it. And it's something growing over the winter rather than leave the beds bare, isn't it? So what I've done here as well, I've been over to plot 2 and I've gone and got some compost that dug and bagged up from the old compost heap. So there's 2 bags on here. I had to pick up bits of tiles and plastic and goodness knows what, but apart from that, it's not bad compost actually. So, and kale do like a nice fertile soil. So that'll all help. I'm looking forward to getting bark. It's looking a bit shabby now. So, and I know Danny from the Grow Up channel, he's been to collect some bark. And I've had a look. You've left me plenty, so that's okay. So when I get a chance, I'll pop down and I'll get a few bags of bark. Or wood chip if you like. It's wood chip really, I guess. But we call it bark. We know what we mean anyway. So there's little bits of tile like that in here, so I pick it out and I'll take it home and dispose of it. I guess it wouldn't hurt leaving in for drainage really. There are tiny bits I've left. But once I've done this, I will be netting it up, otherwise the pigeons will have a field day. And any of the little flying insects that happen to still be around.
In the sunlight, I'm digging in the ground. Every seed I plant brings joy all around. From tomatoes to basil, colors fill the space. In my little garden, I found my place.
I think I found a use for this.
Nature's beauty shines so bright. I'm a happy gardener, watch me
I found a use for some of these sticks.
sprout. My love will show. In the garden of dreams, I find my cheer. Nature's wondrous whisper, I'm always near.
So that's that done, and I think I'll leave that bed for another day. Did you see my last video where I picked the veg, seven veg for Sunday dinner? I had a good picking off that, so I'm going to be picking some more, but not on camera today. But if you haven't seen it, have a look. It's here.